have not mx, you're going to have ax plus by plus constant equal to 0. This is your gradient intercept form. This is gradient intercept. And this one is your, what's that, general form. Yes. Okay. Alright, so you have two forms of equations. One is gradient intercept form and the other is general form. So far so good? Yep. So for example in question 1, if you need to find the equations, that means you need the gradient. We only need two things in order to find equation of any form, which is first thing is find out the gradient and second thing is find out the y-intercept if you can. Okay, by looking at this equation, can you find out the gradient? Yes, and also the other thing is that any line going this way, you have gradient positive, and any line going that way, that means your gradient is negative. Oh, good. Yes. Now, by looking at that line then, am I going to have a positive gradient or negative gradient? Negative gradient. So, first thing first, I'm going to draw a triangle. So, I try to pinpoint 2 points. In here, this is my easiest point. That's what I'm going to get. Gradient is going to be rise over run. Is that right? Yeah. So, and your rise is, how many blocks is this? 2. And the run is going to be 4. Is that right? So, that means rise over run will be 2 over 4.
Isn't it minus?
Yes, and because why is this minus? Because I know the line is going that way. So, that means you are going to have a minus in here. It doesn't matter you put it on the top or you put it on the bottom, it doesn't really matter. But you know the gradient is negative. Okay, so, and knowing that, that means you also know the y-intercept is at, this point, which is minus 2. So that means you can write your equations using y equal to mx plus c. You know the m is, which is minus a half. So that means you have y equal to minus a half x, and your c is minus 2 because of that point. This one is your c, the y-intercepts. Oh, good. Yes, that is the first type. And for question 2, you have 3 formula to remember, gradient. So you have 2 points. You have point A, x1, y1. Point B is x2, y2. So that means the gradient of AB equal to y2, y1, x2, x1. Yeah, that is finding the gradient. Finding the distance, that will equal to square root of x2 minus x1 square plus it by, I run out of space, y2 minus y1 square. And the last one is the midpoint, AB equal to that's what you're going to get. So knowing all of that, then you know this is your x1, this is your y1, this is your x2, this is your y2. Then put in the formula and find out those 3. So distance AB, I can write it like this. Distance AB, you can write it as a shortcut with a subscript of AB. But the midpoint, do not write m of AB. M is stand for gradient. Example like this one. That one's the one. Yes, and then the distance, and simplify 6 on 8 will give you. 6 on 8. Yeah, so you put 6. Yeah, and this one.
This one?
Yeah, 8. Yeah, okay, it's 3 on 4. That's what I mean. Yeah. You are using the wrong point. X2 minus x1. So, oh, this is your y2. y1.
Oh,
That's your y1.
x2.
y2. Yes, yes.
Okay, x1. So it's -5, -3.
Plus. Okay, it doesn't give you the right number. Do you want to use one? Got my
Yeah.
calculator. Use one with the logic.
It's just
You forgot to put in bracket. Yep, can you put in the proper bracket when you put in the calculator?
okay.
This is a plus, not a minus.
What?
It's a plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just 10.
Maybe, let me decide. Wow. I think we can move on to the next page. Yeah. Yes, you do have a -5. So add them up. So you have 3 plus -5.
3? Oh. I forgot.
You forgot how to.
General form.
Okay, general form, gradient, line.
Yeah.
Okay, then rearrange this into gradient intercept form. Make y the subject. Yeah. Okay, so the gradient is always in this form. This is your gradient intercept. So can you write what is the m according? You already have y as a subject, right? So what is the m going to be according to this?
2.
The m is the number in front of your x.
Oh, 4 and 3.
Yes, so that means your gradient is 4 and 3. Yeah.
I forgot how to do this.
Okay, can you make y the subject? So can you get rid of the 7? How can you get rid of 7? What should you do?
Divide.
Yeah, so that means you divide by 7, divided by 7, and divided by 7 to each term. Yes. Yeah, and then simplifying it. So far you do divided by 7.
Y or 7?
Hmm?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. And what are you going to get? Simplify them as much as you can. Yeah, so you have y equal to. Okay, so I need you to write it in y equal to mx plus c form. So the x term, this is the x term, is that right? So after the y, you are going to write y equal to this term first, minus 3 on 7x. Yeah, because this is the x term, and then followed by the constant term, which is this one, and plus 5. Yeah, so that is what you're going to write the next step. And then were you able to find out the n?
Yes.
Yes, and were you able to find out the y-intercepts?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, then you have both of them.
How do I
Okay, what is the gradient for this term in here? How do you find out the gradient?
You divide by
Uh, you need to
minus
rearrange,
the
yes,
one.
rearrange the equation first. Okay, make y the subject again for the next questions. Yeah. So, Sophie, find out the two line. Okay, for this one, you want to find the value of h.
Yeah.
These two are parallel. What do you know about parallel? What's the important when something is parallel?
They're the same.
Yeah, same gradient. Good. Okay, you have the same gradient. Parallel means same gradient. Can you find out the gradient for this term? Let's find out the gradient for that one. Can you make y the subject out of that equations? So I want to maybe think of the 3y as a subject to start with. Move the 1 away. Can you move the 1 away? So I need to move the 1 away. So that means rearrange the equations. So you are having hx plus y plus 1 equal to 3y. Is that right? Okay, so you can write as 3y equal to hx plus 1. And then of course you can divide every term by 3. So that means your equation turned out to be these two cross out. So you have y equal to h on 3x plus 1 on 3. And that means your gradient is going to be, what's your gradient? Gradient is match them. So that means this term is going to be your gradient. Is that right? So your gradient is going to equal to h on 3. So this is something that I know. The gradient of this thing is done. Okay, let's repeat with this one, the next one, this one now. So let's write in the y equals mx plus b4. So because the m in here, this is the mx, is that right? So I'm going to rearrange the equation, return it as y equal to minus 4x and then plus 5. Oh, can you see it's a bit small? Yeah. Okay, so what is your gradient? According to that equation set, that means the gradient has to be m must equal to this number, is that right? Yeah. Now, I have two equations in here. I have m1 and I call this as m2. So this one is equal, right? Yeah. So if they are parallel, the mean of parallel, that means equal gradient. So that means you have these two should be equal. So that means I will write h on 3 is equal to minus 4 because they are parallel. That means the gradient has to be equal. And can you make h, solve for h, make h the subject. So what should you do on both sides of the equations? You need to times 3 times 3. So that means conclusions, your h is equal to minus 12. Make sense? Yeah. Okay, so, and the next one, let's read the next one. So the questions on before is talking about parallel, and now this one, the word will be perpendicular. Is that right? Perpendicular also we are dealing with gradient. So first thing first, let's fix up the gradient for this one. So what should you do? Rearrange the equations, make y the subject. So I can move the x away, minus 9 equal to 3y. That's what you can do. Yeah, you plus 3y to both sides of the equations. Yeah, so, and we always like our y to be on the left hand side. And that means the next step is to divide every term by 3. Yes, so that means you are going to have y equal to divided by 3 divided by 3. So that means 4 and 3x minus 9 on 3. And that means you know the gradient, right? Yes, so let's write out our M1. M1 is 4 and 3. So this is important. I'm going to box it because there's something I'm going to deal with. Repeat again with the second equations. Right, so let's repeat with the second equations, which is this one. What is the gradient? Yeah, what is the gradient? Gradient is, you're already in the good form, is that correct? So what is your M2? Your M2 is going to be, the gradient is here, it's just the M. So I'm going to write it down. And something that we have to remember, when two things are perpendicular, that means this is a fact to remember, M1 times M2 must equal to -1. This is something to remember. Whenever you see the word perpendicular, this is what you do. So we have our M1, which is going to be, we just replace it. Okay, replace this M1 into here and replace the M2 into there. So that means you have 4 and 3 times it by M equal to -1. So to make M the subject, that means I can time both sides of the equation by 3 and 4, isn't it? Yep, so they cross out. So that means my M is equal to -3/4. And that is done. Alright, so parallel means the gradient are the same. Perpendicular means the gradient is going to become -1 when you multiply. Make sure you highlight this one and let yourself know. Yes. Good. So then the next questions, find the equation of the line cut. The y-axis at -2, gradient at 9. So what is the basic equation of the straight line? Y equal to mx plus c. Does the question give you the gradient? Do you know the gradient?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. The gradient is 9. This is your m. Do you know the y-intercept? Yes, you do. This is your y-intercept. So that means you know your c, you know your m. Just put it in. So your equation is going to be y equal to m will be 9. And your x and then plus, and your c is -2. Is that right? So that means you have y equal to 9x minus 2. Okay, then the next one. Oh, this time we don't have the y-intercept. We do have the gradient. So now the new formula I want to remember by heart from here on is this one. Y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1. Remember by heart. Highlight this. So what we need is a point. Okay, you need a point which is your x1 and y1. Okay, we need a point and you need gradient. That is the two things that we need. So far I have the gradient, which is 3. And do you have a point? I think you do. So let's look at the point. X-axis at 4. So if you cut the x-axis at 4, which is right in here, you cut it something like this. What is the coordinate for this point?
4, 0.
Yes, cut the x-axis at 4, it means 4, 0. That means this is your x1, this is your y1. Now you have to substitute all of them into the equations. Yeah. So this is your yellow x1 and y1. Now you can write your equations. Y minus y1 is going to be your 0 equal to gradient and then x minus x1, which is 4. Then your job is just expand and simplify. So you have y equal to 3x minus 12. And there's your equations. Okay, I need you to remember this one by heart. This one, really remember it. Yeah, this is the equations. We are going to use this equation more than anything else. Okay, so in order to find equation of a straight line, you only need two things. One is a point, The second is the gradient. That is the only two things that you are searching for. Okay, by looking at question 9, do you have a point? Do you have a gradient? Yes, that means I can substitute my magic equations then. Y minus y1. Yeah, you can use this equation again, because whenever you see this word, find the equation. Whenever you see this word, find the equation. This thing come in. And your x1 is 5, y1 is minus 2, and your m is there. And the next one, actually, I don't give you, what is the things that you are missing? Do you have a point? Yes, you do. Do you have a gradient?
No.
No, not really. Is that parallel to the x-axis? Actually, this question in here, you do not need any working out at all. So, can you draw a number plane? Yes, on your paper, and plug in the point that is given to you. So, the point is given to you is -1/2 and 2/3. So, this is your -1/2. If I think of that is my -1/2, 2/3 can be somewhere in here. So, that is my point. So, the equation actually goes through that point. And in here it says parallel to the x-axis. This is my x-axis right in here. So if it is parallel to the x-axis, can you draw the line that goes through that point and parallel to the x-axis? That means my line has to go through like this. Is that right? The line has to go through this way. Remember in year 8, how do you say that line? What's the equation of that line? The line is cutting through the y-axis at 2/3. So that means the equation is y equal to 2/3. That is the equation of the line. Is that good? Yeah. And whenever you have a parallel to the x-axis or parallel to the y-axis, that means you just need to draw out your diagram and you're able to find out the equations. So what is this equation? If I give you a line, so if this is a 5 in here, so what is these equations in here? What's the name of that equations? That equation, it cut the x-axis or y-axis? X-axis, so that means the equation will be x equal to 5. Yeah. So when something cut the y-axis, you will write y equal. If cut the x-axis, you will write x equal. That is for horizontal and vertical line. Okay, all good? Right, let's keep going with the next one, question 11. You want the equation again, okay? So the same type of question, I want you to find the equation of the straight line. So if you need the equation of straight line, that means y minus y1 equal to that equation come in. Okay, so that means you need two things. Point. Do I have a point? Yes, you do. You're given a point. This is your point. Do I have gradient? What is the word that they told us how to find gradient? Say parallel to this one. Parallel means same gradient. The meaning of parallel means same gradient. Can you find gradient of this one? Rearrange the equations, make y equal to mx plus bc. Okay, can you rearrange that? Okay, everyone, I want you to rearrange the equations. and then divided by 2. Therefore, what is the gradient? Gradient is equal to 5. Good. Now you have the gradient, you have a point. You can put into the equations. You have the gradient, you have a point. Sub them all in. Yeah, good, good. You can try the next question. 1, 2.
Do you have this in general form or just?
No, you can leave it in general form, you can leave it in the y-intercept form. Yeah, it depends on the questions, okay? Yeah. Then you expand. Yeah. Yeah. 5 times 0 is 0, then you don't have to write the 0. You can get rid of the 0 here. So that means y equal to, move the 2 away.
Plus 2.
Plus 2 and plus 2. So it's 5x plus 2. And you're done. Okay, next page. Okay, this question I did not ask you to find the equation anymore. I say that this is the equations and the point, it passed through that point. It passed through 4 and it passed -4 and 18. This is the point that it passed through. So if you know it passed through that point, that means this is what is that? And what is that? What does that stand for? We always call this is a x, is that right? And that one is your y, is that right? It passed through that. So that means it go through x is -4 and your y is 18. So sub it in. Replace the y as 18 because it go through that point. So this is your line and the point -4, 18 is on it. So that means your x can be -4 and your y can be 18. So replace it into the equation so you can find out the c. Yeah, right. Put in the x as -4, put in the y as 18. So always remember when it go through a certain point, that point must be on your line so you can sub it in straight away. The x is -4, the y is 18.
Oh.
Yeah. -2 times -4 bracket. Yeah. Okay, and what is this going to give you? Okay, in here I want you to write it in general form. General form, that means no fractions is allowed. So what is the times every time by 6? Yeah. Yeah, times 3 first also can. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so far so good. Just make sure you don't have fractions. So that means you need a common denominator.
Would I have to times it with the y as well?
Yes, yes, every single times. Yep, find the c. So what can you do with that 8? You want to find c.
So I swap it.
You -8 to both sides of the equations, yes? The other side, yes.
Is this
Yeah.
right?
So we times 6 and 2 and not right. What happened to this term? So what did you times it with? Every term by 6. Yes. If you times it by 6, what are you going to get? You're almost right. Just the last time.
Wait, my brains are not working. 2 times 6 is, wait, 3 times 6 is 18, 9. 9?
6, yes, it's going to be 9, yeah. Yeah, and that will do, that will do. Okay. Yeah, okay, try again with this one. No. Don't worry about this. You, to find equation of the line, find equation, what is the formula come in?
The y.
Yes. So,
because I thought it's in general.
general form, that is your last step. Yeah, so find equation first. Okay, start from here. Do you have a point? Use the formula.
Yes.
Yes. What is the formula?
Y equals.
No. Equation formula is this one.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, why?
Yes.
Why does helps when you make the x 0?
Yes, that's right.
How come
Your equations is
it's wrong?
that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
So you have y minus equal to minus a third, it's minus 3, and then you have y plus minus a third. Oh, this is a 1.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And then you plus a half. So minus a third plus a half. And then you times every time by 6. 6 and this term, what did you write here? 2x.
Yeah.
And this one is 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And therefore your equation is 6, and this is an x. 2x and 3.
Negative 2 plus
I think you're right. You're just not even having the right format yet. Because the first time cannot be negative,
Oh.
so that means you times every time by negative.
Oh.
Yes, all the working out is right. To find the gradient, that means you need to arrange this one into y equal to mx plus b form.
Okay.
So that means, yes, so far so good. So that means what is the LCM for these two terms? It's going to be 6. So you times every term by 6.
How's it 6?
2 and 3, the LCM.
Oh.
Yes. So if you times it by 6, every single term.
Oh.
Every single term. Yes. Right. And then you're going to get 6y. Yeah.
Am I doing that right?
Which question are you looking at? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, to find, already onto here. Okay, to find y-intercept, y-intercept is where it cut the y-axis. So when something cut the y-axis, what is the x coordinate?
0.
Yes, so that means you just need to put x equal to 0.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so these two are the like terms. So that means you want the 6 to be, you lost your x. Here's the x. Alright, so you want the 3 to be on that side or 6 to be on this side? Which side do you want it to be?
That's
Bring it over then because this is a like term. And general form, that means the x should be in the front. Yeah? So you have the x on this side and the y on that side. It must equal to 0. So that means I have to x all the way to the front. That means I can plus 2x and then plus 9 to move everything to the same side.
Yeah.
So if you plus 2x in here, you plus 2x in there. So you are going to have 2x. Plus 2x and plus 2x to that side. So that means you can write 2x plus 6y, right? Yeah, and if you plus 9 to put this side and plus 9 to that side.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so equal to minus 9. Right, you need to move your 9 away as well. So, so you are going to write as 2x plus 6y plus 9 equal to 0. That is general form.
Is that right?
Which one is that? The gradient.
The general form.
General form? No. General form cannot have fraction. Remember, that's rule number 1.
So I have to times all these by 4.
Yes, you
So
can
is
have
it 4y equals minus 3 plus 36?
4y equal to, general form is ax by plus c.
That's what I did.
This is not ax by plus c. Your equation is not in general form yet.
So this is wrong, like what I did before.
Do you using the, why are you doing this? Yeah, using these equations.
Oh,
You don't have to do any of this thing.
but does it still work or not?
What is your point that you're using? You're using,
These ones.
you can't use half. It doesn't go through 9, 2 and 6. It goes through 9, 2, 0 or 0, 6. Yes, you can use. Okay, to find that y-intercept, okay, y-intercept is, if this is your y-intercept, to find y-intercept, that means your x is always equal to 0. To find x-intercept, the y must equal to 0. So that is what you do. Whenever you want to find y-intercept, you put x equal to 0. So if you sub it in, and then you're able to find out the y value. Alright?
Sorry, so your back, please.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you.
Okay, to find the y-intercept, so you sub x equal to 0, so you replace the x as 0 in here. Yeah, so you have 3, 0 equal to 2, 9 minus 2y, and then you solve for the y. To find x-intercept, you put y equal to 0, so you have 3x equal to 2, 9 minus 2 of 0. And then you find the x. Oh, good? And in here, gradient of the line. Gradient of the line, this is a straight line. So that means you are looking at the equations, y equal to mx plus c. Rearrange the equations. Rearrange it, just expand, move it about. That's what your job is. So you are going to have it as 3x equal to 18 minus 4y. And then you can tidy it up. So just using these equations in here, the original equations, make it into x term in the front, y terms, and then followed by constant.
Equals 0.
Yes, it must be.
Is
equal.
that? Oh, I did that there.
Yeah, that is
I
these
did.
questions.
I need to do this question.
This one, this one.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it here. It's just y
Oh.
equals mx plus
Yes,
c.
yes, yes. If you are doing that.
Didn't I do that there?
Yes, that means this is already here.
Oh,
This
okay.
this one is just that one.
Okay.
Yes, yes, you already done it.
One, okay. So that makes sense. It's because I did the wrong question.
Can you make y the subject?
Wait, is 18y?
18 minus 4y. 8. You want to make this the subject? You need to move away the 18.
Oh,
Minus 18? Minus 18 because you have a positive 18. And then you know the gradient, and you also know, you know these two intersect. Maybe it's easier using these two.
Do I have to plot
Just
like
0,
the
6.
numbers?
Not
Okay,
really, just
okay,
put it
that's
as a
what
6, yeah.
6 and then can I just
Don't do that. Okay.
connect the lines?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And you have minus 4y equal to 3x minus 18. We write it the other way around. Because to find gradient, you're always in the y equal to mx plus c form. Okay, so what should you do to get sorry?
oh wait, no, I just said oh.
Yeah, how can you make it into y equal? You don't want the minus 4 to be there.
Divided by -4.
Yeah, divided by -4.
Wait, for the sketch a straight line, do I
Yes.
just estimate where it is?
Yes, roughly. Yes, you have the x and y intersect from question A and B. Plug in those 2 points.
Oh, okay.
Yes, use those 2 points.
Yeah.
Is this how you do
Yep. So that means which one is that? Find the midpoint. Yes, you look pretty good. You have this one.
I've plotted it in here. It
Three,
equals this.
3 and 1 and 12 and B. Yes, yes, yes. That means this equal to that, right?
Yeah.
And then you solve it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
so A equals.
Okay. For the gradient is what is the gradient?
I don't know.
Yep.
-3 over 4.
Yes, yes. -3/4. And the next question you want to write is a gradient intercept form, which is this one. That's your answer.
Oh, okay.
And then the next one is general form. General form means ax by plus c equal to 0. So that means you cannot have fractions. So let's work from here. So that means the LCM is 4. That means times every term by 4. So you are going to have times 4, times 4, times 4. So you are going to have 4y So if I minus 4y to each term, minus 4y to each side, so you are going to have 0 equal to minus 3x minus 4y plus 18. And you are not allowed to have negative in the front, so change all the sign. Switching all the sign. And the last one is the sketching. So because you already know the intercepts, which is these 2 points. So when you have part A, you get 0 equal to 9 minus 2y. So 9 minus 2y equal to 0. So plus 2y plus 2y. So that means it's 9 equal to 2y. So y equal to 9 on 2. So 9 on 2, y equal to, do you have y equal to 9 on 2? Yeah, in here. And then the other point, if you put x equal to 0, y equal to 0, so you have 3x equal to 18, therefore x equal to 6. So x equal to 6 is going to be right here. So your y is going to go down this way.
Something went wrong.
Which question?
16,
16, the gradient.
I think.
The gradient. Today we're talking about just gradient. Gradient is that. How do you find gradient with your 2 points? What is your gradient?
Isn't it this?
That is equations. You want gradient.
What's a gradient?
Are you okay with 15? No?
It says this is how the division of negative.
Oh, might be my questions. Yeah. So you have 12 on 2 times 2 is 10. Yeah, I think I'll group. Yes, you're good. Okay, the midpoint of these 2 is that point. So how do you use midpoint formula? Using this one. This is your x1, x2, x1, y1. Use the midpoint formula to put it in.
That's super fun.
You can't. So this is in bracket, and they told you that the midpoint is this. So that means A5 is there. A5. Oh. Yeah, in bracket. That means A must be this number, and 5 must be equal to that number. So you write them separately. So you write A equal to, what is this number going to give you if you simplify it?
2.
Yeah, 1.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the 5 is equal to,
12.
yeah, write it out. 5 equal to, and then you solve for the B. Use your algebra to solve it again.
Wait, this one is this formula, right?
Which one are you talking about? Equation of the line. Yes, that's right. Did you use perpendicular? That's not what you
I
use.
thought that's a parallel.
Yeah, it's perpendicular.
That's right.
A times 2 and okay, so when you are up to this step, you are not used to have your unknown on the right hand side. So no, this is not right. Get rid of this one.
All of it.
Yeah, all this. Yeah. Okay. Get rid of the minus b. Swap the equation around. Write the b on. Write this one on the left. Write this one on the right.
So b plus 12 equals
Yeah. Yes. And then how do you solve for b?
minus 12.
Yes, you always you are not used to the unknown on the right. Always swap them. Okay.
Is it
Yeah,
just
that's it. That's that. The gradient. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
So it's just y equals minus 4 on 3x,
Then you use this to solve.
which is this.
No. Your gradient is not right
How?
because this is not the right equations.
I use this one from that.
Yeah. I mean you have the gradient, but you don't have the equations.
Like the C.
Yeah, you do not know the c.
Didn't I do it here?
This is different
Oh.
line altogether. Your
Okay, so
gradient is wrong.
this is like not relevant.
Not relevant at all. That is totally wrong.
Okay, so
Yeah.
to find this.
To find the equations, that means you need to do this step with the correct gradient.
But I'm so confused.
How do you find equation of a straight line? Equation of a straight line.
Y equals mx plus
What
c.
is the other one that we learned today? This.
Yeah, I did that.
You use the wrong equation.
Oh.
You use the wrong formula.
So it's just
Yes.
x minus x1,
Good.
which is y
Yes.
minus 5 equals minus.
Yes. Now you are right.
Okay.
Yes, you have the right formula, but you are not using the right point.
Okay.
Right? Yes. Sophie?
I think I messed up.
You messed
How am
up.
I supposed to know which one's gradient? Is this gradient 1? This is gradient. No, this is gradient 1. This is gradient 2.
Why you have a gradient 1 and gradient 2?
Because
So-
I'm just using this.
Okay, wait. So they say it's perpendicular. So in order to find equation, you need gradient and you need point. You do have point. So is it perpendicular to this one? What is the gradient for this one? Is 3/4. How do you find the perpendicular gradient?
This.
Yes. So this thing this is your gradient 1. What you are trying to do is find out the gradient 2. Yeah. So your gradient 1 is 3/4. Times it by gradient 2 equal to -1.
This gradient, I'd use it for this equation.
Yes, whatever you find out the M2, it go into here.
Okay.
And this 2 is already fixed. You just need to change this number.
Okay.
Oh, good?
Yeah.
Yes. you have everything right until the last step. K equal to 7, you divide it by 2, minus 2. Yeah. Yep, that's right.
I think it's wrong. No, I have so much fractions.
Yeah, that means you can get rid of the fractions. Yeah, it's okay. You just need to times every term by 3. That means you get rid of the fractions. Yeah. Now, if you want the general form, yes. That's right. Good. Then that's it. Yes, yes, yes. Looking good. Okay. So you have that formula because of the particular. Can you find the gradient for these equations? Make y the subject to arrange it. Yeah. Did you manage to get it?
Oh.
Yeah. What you can do is that because I have the y in here, so I can plus 4y to both sides. So that means I end up being a 3x plus 9, which is here. And then the 4y is on the right. And I always want my y on the left, so I swap it again. Yes. So that means the gradient is equal to 3/4. So that is your m1. So from the perpendicular formula, you know m1 times m2 equal to -1. So you replace the m1 as 3/4 into here. Okay, so that means you need to times it by 4 and 3 times 4 and 3 in here. So they all cross out. So that means your m2 equal to -4 and 3. So now you have your n, you have your x1 and y1. Then you can find using that formula again. Yeah. Is that all good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have to let you go home and I want you to finish off the rest of the page 5 and 6 of your homework for this week.
Thank you.
Remember all